rappers. If I send the dressers, they gon' come and stretch.
What it is, it's your boys Deuce, Teddy, and LaQuelle, report with the facts, opinions, and BS straight from the top of the key. What's good?
What's up?
What's up, fellas?
There we go. Yeah, some late night action. Crazy because it's only 2 games, but
Still this late.
Yeah, this was a weird. Still in at the same time.
both West games.
Yeah, gonna run them miles. They gonna run it.
On me.
Oh, we got boss man.
We got Jimmy Bucket. See, you on that last episode. I couldn't dig in you because you be you one of them guys that try to tell you Jimmy Buckets is that guy. He's sealing deal them Bucks, send them on home for the year. Are you shocked, Quill? I want to ask you, are you shocked by Jimmy Buckets and the Heat?
Nah.
No Tyler Hero.
I'm not shocked at Jimmy Butler at all. During the year, he's like what, top 20 player?
Hold on, what is
in
your
the playoffs?
question?
He's the best player. He's the best player.
What is your
He
question?
said, "Am I shocked by Jimmy Buckets?"
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Would you say he was top 20?
No, I'm not shocked. And during the year,
No.
I consider him a top 20 player.
He was
all year
way
long.
laid back. He was real under the radar this year. He was nothing this year.
I wouldn't put him
He
in
didn't
the top
even
20
make
player.
All-Star.
That's why he didn't make All-Star.
He didn't even make All-Star. He was real low key. He
That's
wasn't
fine.
snubbed.
And
That's
he was out.
fine,
He was
but-
out a lot too.
I also know at any given time, Jimmy Butler is the top 20 player in the NBA. Just
That's
because
a
his
better
numbers
statement.
are saying that
That's
he's been laid back.
That's a better statement.
So during the year, I watched Jimmy Butler coast and still be better than other players on the court while he wasn't being aggressive. I watched him go get 18 and still look better than other players while they were winning games. So during the year, he's what, top 30? When the playoffs start, he's top 5 player every year. He plays that way. While other players' teams may beat him and defeat his team, he still outplayed the other best player in most nights. Last year in the playoffs, the year before that in the playoffs, in the bubble with the Heat went to the finals. In the last 4 or 5 years of Jimmy Butler's playoff career, he starts the playoffs and finishes the playoffs a top 5 player. During the year, he be chilling, like you said, wasn't even in the top 20. But when playoffs start, from the bubble on, Jimmy Butler plays at a whole different level. So surprised he put the Bucks out? Nah. You got to put somebody out. You're going to keep going. Somebody got to lose.
Look, I'm gonna be real with you. Damn near everybody surprised that the goddamn Bucks went out in round 1. I almost guarantee when people were submitting their picks, unless they was going with straight underdogs and upsets,
They didn't expect. They didn't expect Giannis to miss them in 3 games.
That's what I'm saying. What no one was selecting.
Yeah, so when you see that happen
over the Bucks, that's what I'm getting at. So, are you surprised? Yeah. You surprised, especially when you get a triple double and a huge game from Brook Lopez, and y'all still lose. And then just even looking at that game, like Giannis, you missed damn near 15 free throw. Like, where were you mentally? And to see at the end of the game, he didn't even want the ball. They gave to he hurry up threw it to Chris Middleton. I think he either turned it over or
almost threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, like it went out of bounds, but I think they deflected
had to
it.
save it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, and then for Grayson Allen to have the ball in that moment and you don't even shoot bro. I don't know that you cannot tell me there was a shot to okay. At that point, if the Heat wins and they get up a shot, you say okay, right? But they don't even get up a shot. Even after the shit went off, he's still. It's like, why? Any other elimination game in any prior postseason, you know who got that ball? Giannis. We've seen Giannis when you thought he would have been mentally defeated because they 1, 2. You've seen Giannis bounce back from that. Giannis has been great from the free throw line since then. He missed 13 free throws. That's that right there. They lost that. That's a shocker, bro. Like, to me, like, at that point, I'm like, okay, once everybody digested Giannis is out, people can say, okay, now we can switch up our brackets. But to see them go out in that fashion and then to not even get a shot up after he beat the dude off the dribble with the up and then went under, and you still didn't get the shot off. You got Drew Holiday out there. Wasn't Drew Holiday on the court, Quell? When he on the court? You got Chris Middleton out there. You got Giannis out there. You had multiple. Y'all ain't even. I was complaining about it a few episodes ago. Why did y'all get Jay Crowder? To make sure nobody else got him? Y'all had legitimate opportunities and you failed. And even when you look at Game 5, Jimmy Buckets played crazy. But y'all lose Game 5 with Brook Lopez of that amazing game, 30-something points and a triple-double from Giannis, right? And then you lose Game 6. And I'm looking at it right here, and really, it's because your bench only gave you 13 points. They got 10 from 1, 4, 2, 2, 3. So even them single bucket scores helped them beat you by 2. And you had Jay Crowder on the bench.
But of the teams to be Giannis in the bubble, the
Hold
first
on,
time
Quell.
we've seen
Shut
a
up
team
for a
build
second.
wall
Bobby
against
Portis,
Giannis
0 points
the
in the
Heat.
elimination game. Bobby Portis.
0.0 assists in
He had
17
0 for
minutes.
everything except
But
minutes,
the
missed
first
shots,
time
and rebounds.
The first team we ever seen build a wall and stop Giannis in the bubble was the Miami Heat. This is the team they have as blueprint. You think, like, I feel like if Tyler Hero would have been healthy, the Bucks would have probably came out with this series. But when Jimmy don't have another scorer, another creator scorer, not a shooter in Max Strauss, not a shooter in Duncan Robinson, not a big man with another person like Tyler that go get it. Now he the only. Everybody know where the shot's coming from. Now you just got to stop Jimmy. And you take 2 or 3 games where Giannis ain't. Well, it's really 3 games. Giannis ain't there. He played 11 minutes in the first game. Second game, they hit 25 threes to beat the Heat. NBA record. Third game, by the second and third game, Jimmy in his bag.
Talking that talk.
It's nothing you can do after that. I don't care if you bring Giannis back. You could bring 08 LeBron back.
So
you could bring Tony Allen back. He in his bag by that time.
And Bam Adebayo backed him up.
Let him go
game.
2-3 games.
I don't think Bam Adebayo had 20-point game that whole series.
Hey, 10-10. He had a triple-double on them boys.
Good way to close out Giannis and the Bucks in that game. A much-needed win.
And you know what's crazy?
Shout out to Eric Spoelstra.
the 76ers and the freaking and the Celtics got to beat each other out now.
Speaking of that, let's go ahead and talk about
shout
how
out to Eric Spoelstra inserting Kevin Love in that starting lineup.
Hey, they got to beat each other out so that whoever these winners is, these Knicks and Heat.
So let's talk about how the Celtics got to where they are.
That's crazy.
All right, the Celtics eliminate the Hawks.
Hard fought. 6
do you think
series,
do you think the Hawks exposed the Celtics in any way?
Look, y'all see, I don't have any hair on my chin for real. But I was scratching the hair on my chin because I was trying to figure out. All right, they won 1 game. We can chalk that up. Then the next game came down to a nail biter, right? Damn. They beat y'all in game 5. And then y'all go to game 6. And that's another nail biter. I'm like, how? In game 5 with no DeJounte Murray? Man. In game 6? And then in game 5, y'all was at home? And then game 6.
Mhm.
I'm sitting there looking like, how is this game so close? Like the Hawks just do not match up to you all. So yes, they expose their weakness. Wherever Al Horford lies, leave that motherfucker sleeping where he's staying and attack his motherfucking ass. And they showed you how beneficial that was. Because they was giving the Celtics, they was starting to look like they were going to game 7.
I feel like they shoot themselves out of games. I think what was that loss? Jason Tatum was 1 for 11 from the 3-point line or something like
You
that.
talking about the Celtics?
Yeah, like they shoot themselves out of the game. Like I said from the very beginning, I said if the Hawks are to beat the Celtics, it's gonna be because of the shootout, and
Yeah, we said that
and
after the first game.
and they gonna have to hit some threes to make it a game to win.
Yeah.
Celtics, they gonna host up some threes. They gonna shoot themselves out of games. I feel like that's what they was doing. Shot themselves out of games. They wasn't hitting enough. Like if they do what they supposed to do, like how they finished them out in game 6 when JB was going straight to the hole, punching it every time he got the ball, running straight down, going straight to the hole,
But you
back
can
to
even
back.
see in game 6 when they was attacking the basket, JB was
That's what I'm
getting
saying.
stuffed. No, I'm saying he was getting stuffed. Like
But he
the
was
Hawks had momentum, even though they lost. The Hawks had confidence. The Hawks had resiliency. Like I'm watching that game, I'm like Jaylen Brown looked like I don't know what the fuck to do right there. And it ain't because he looked trash. It was like they were stopping his every move.
he had 30 something, but he was coming downhill and he was scoring.
No, I'm talking
I was
about.
like,
I know he had 30, but they took his 30 plus Jason Tatum's 30 for them to win and win. I think they went to overtime.
nah,
Nah,
it went on
they ain't
overtime.
go to overtime. They won by 2. I mean, no,
They
I'm looking
close.
at the wrong game.
Nah, they
No,
closed
I'm
it
looking at the
out.
wrong game.
He was coming downhill. He was scoring at the rim. I said, well, that's how you gonna get them. They
And
was
they
hitting
won by
those
8.
twos.
Yeah,
And the only reason they won by 8 because they took their foot off the gas at the very end.
yeah.
They was already winning. Like JB was coming downhill, finishing at the rim in their game, and I'm like, that's what y'all need to do. The
Yeah.
Celtics don't lose when they both score 30. They only lost one time this year when both of them boys got 30 or more points. JB and Tatum. I say they don't like they shoot themselves out of game. We're gonna find out next series though.
No, I think Sunday.
What y'all thinking though? What's y'all prediction on that?
Hold on. Don't jump the gun. Don't jump the gun. You want to go ahead and talk about this? You want to go ahead and talk about the Celtics and the 76ers?
Mm-hmm.
Well, do y'all even think that's an intriguing matchup?
Yeah.
You do?
Mhm.
It's
You do?
good teams.
I'm going to tell you why I don't think it's
It
an
is.
intriguing matchup. Because at this moment, Embiid ain't playing. Without Embiid, they don't have a damn chance. Because Embiid is the unstoppable force on that team. It ain't Harden. It ain't Maxey. It ain't Tobias Harris. So until Embiid comes back, I say it's not intriguing. What is
There's some
wrong
type
with
of
you?
soreness or something, but I ain't seen a report on the injury.
No, I saw it. I forgot. Let me look it up real quick.
I thought they said him, but I thought they said him out in that last game with like just giving him a chance to rest.
No, I think that's what it was.
I know he was injured, but it was like we can give him a
sprain right knee. So I thought the same thing, but the fact that they still saying that he's doubtful or uncertain for game 1, it could be a ploy to mess up game planning. It could be a ploy. But if it's not, and he doesn't start game 1, then that tells you everything. Or if he doesn't play game 1, then that tells you. It confirms whatever is unconfirmed. So without him,
I'm feeling you on that. Yeah, I feel you on that.
I don't think it's interesting. The only way it becomes interesting without him is if the Celtics lose game 1 at home. Then it's like, damn.
Yeah.
But because if you match him up, who gonna match up with Jason Tatum? You don't see anybody on that team. You're gonna be like, now Harden back in the day, you could be like Harden potentially match up with Jason Tatum, but not today. So who you gonna have that's gonna match? Maybe not score as much or whatever, but be their top performer. Who you gonna have to match with Jason Tatum? Maxey? Boy, you better I smack that smile off your face.
Maxie gonna get on boys
James
25.
Harden. 25. Okay.
At a night.
Then you got Jaylen Brown. Who you gonna match with Jaylen Brown? I can see you saying Maxey right there.
All right, gonna have to match him.
Maxey, you don't have to be Maxey.
Right.
Somebody
then,
else gonna have to do what he been
the
doing
bias.
lately. He gonna have to be
exactly.
doing what he been doing lately. He
But they got
finally
bodies. The issue with
showed up.
Tobias Harris, they got bodies they can throw at Tobias Harris.
Oh,
Who do
yeah.
you have to stop Jason Tatum?
They got nobody that's gonna stop that man.
I mean, you could try PJ Tucker on him. You could try.
You gonna have a field day with him.
Mm-hmm. So
That's what he there for. To throw his body around.
hey, I'm
gonna have a
gonna
field
leave
day.
it at that, and we gonna see. I'm gonna leave it at that. But if Joel Embiid play,
But that's literally what PJ Tucker there for.
he is.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything yet. So I'm giving the benefit of the doubt that Embiid gonna show up.
Bro, I'm telling you, every day I read something about Embiid.
Yeah,
I'm
no
telling
Joel.
you what the latest articles say. Go if you go read it, it say Philadelphia 76ers still aren't saying that Joel Embiid will be able to return from the sprained right knee.
No Joel, no serious.
So I think, like I said, I think it's a ploy. They keeping that information. So, but yeah,
We'll see. I get them boys a little bit. I get them boys a little bit more. They gonna come in ready. Game one, well rested, real ready, well ready to go. I give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's go 76ers. Let's give them a run for their money. But that ain't intriguing. This one definitely is. Them Suns versus them Nuggets.
Suns versus the Nuggets.
Ooh,
When I seen how the Nuggets were playing, granted the competition, but in some of them later games, Timberwolves were stepping up their game. But when I seen how they were functioning and how the depth was kicking and firing, I said, I want to see them. They battle tested. I want to see them versus the Suns. The Suns who just got put together, 2 days ago? I want to see them versus the Suns. Because the Suns was getting a run for their money with the depleted Clippers. Had the Clippers had PG or if they'd had PG or Kawhi, the Clippers potentially win that series. Because all they needed was
because the way West was playing.
They all they needed was somebody they can facilitate, like somebody they can run an offense through, because Norman Powell's not it. Norman Powell's a bucket, but he's more of a freelancer. You need somebody you could run an offense through, and Norman Powell can keep doing what he's doing. They would have won that. They would have won it.
I will say this. I feel like Paul George on that team would have probably won more than Kawhi playing with Russ. I feel like Russ and Paul would have probably got through that series better than Russ and Kawhi. Even though Kawhi been playing crazy, Russ
Did you catch the win? What happened with Kawhi? You don't know what happened with him?
His knee.
What happened with Kawhi?
Bro, tore his meniscus.
He's tore his meniscus,
Yeah. So, but so I'm ready to see, because the Suns got paint presence. I mean, the Nuggets got paint presence. I want to see what DeAndre Ayton, Landale, and Biyombo gonna do with that, with just that one bad boy. The Suns got Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon talking shit to everybody. I'm talking about you got Jamal Murray.
The way D Book been scoring the ball lately, to add on Kevin Durant, 30 points on top of that.
I feel like with them, that's where it stops.
Yeah, but that's a lot of points to make up.
Not when you the Nuggets. When you got, bro, look at the Nuggets. The Nuggets were functioning.
Yeah.
They were functioning. So even if
like
you get
the Kings, they create a lot of
even if you
create
just get
a lot
15
of
from
open
Aaron
shots.
Gordon and 15 from, they may make it up collectively because you go to sleep, KCP gonna shoot you in the back.
It's
Then you got
different when
Jeff
the
Green
team is
coming
made up.
in,
Yeah,
getting
and
power
made
from
up
his
like
ball
us.
spot.
When you got 2 point guards that are actually good point guards on the team, you have a Warriors kind of shooting system, and you
You
have
got
that.
Reggie Jackson coming off the bench.
You have De'Aaron to give you 7, 8 assists, and Sabonis to give you that. Just like when Draymond and Steph will both give you 7 assists. Now, when you go with the Nuggets, Jamal Murray will give you 7 assists, and we already know what the triple double machine goes. You got 2 point guards out there, and you got everybody that could shoot. That's a recipe for a disaster. Because it ain't like that over on the Suns. You got 2 scorers and old man in the shoe with DeAndre Ayton. They don't have another player that I mean, they can, Durant has his 8 assist games, and even Book has his 4 or 5 assist game, but that's not every night Jamal Murray and Yoke. That ain't every night.
Because
You know what I'm saying?
I'm intrigued by this Jamal Murray Chris Paul matchup.
Chris Paul gonna be in the blender. Listen, I love it because Chris gonna facilitate and slow the game down. But Jamal Murray might have his best series. Like when he scored 50 those games, he might have this might be immaculate because somebody has to match that other set of scoring.
Yeah.
Well, you got Jamal Murray with not a traffic cone, but an old man in front of him. He might be able to match any scoring Book put out and any scoring Durant if he got to be the other person for Jokic.
I'm intrigued by that matchup on so many levels. That's tomorrow. I'm locked in. I'm loaded. I'm ready for that.
So who you got winning that game?
Game one, the Nuggets.
I got the Nuggets probably coming out that series
because the Suns haven't proved anything to me. Because like even with all them games they got from Booker and KD, the Clippers still almost won.
Everyone and a lot of like the last 2 they almost.
Because the last one came down to the announcer saying the Clippers went through the whole quarter. Fourth quarter only got one turn. Oh, they're turnover. Oh, they're turnover. Oh, they're turnover. If you'd have had that one piece, the person you can run your offense through, maybe they had one of them turnovers. They ain't gonna have all 3 of them turn consecutively. No, they're not doing that. They're not doing that.
This will be a very smart series. You got 2 people that supposed to run the floor, 2 of the best floor generals with Jokic. And with Chris Paul. So it shouldn't be too many turnovers. You got other secondary ball handlers that are very smart, Booker, KD, with Jamal Murray. So this should be very high level basketball.
But the other thing about it is, if the Suns are able to eclipse the Nuggets, it tells you something about the Suns because the Nuggets look fucking good.
Yeah.
But did they only look good because they was going against the Timberwolves? I don't know. Because the Timberwolves got a superstar in the making of Anthony Edwards and a good big and Cat. So they got
superstar in the making for a long time. I ain't gonna say nothing about that, but
you can't win everything, but if you watch his games, especially if you compare him to that play-in game, you seen him 40, 30. He was doing his damn thing. It's just him and Cat.
And you taking Trey? And
Trae Young?
And a Trey.
I'll probably take Ant.
Okay.
And a who?
Trae Young.
Trae Young.
I'll probably take Ant. I think the issue with the Timberwolves is him and Cat can't get going at the same time. And I think they have an identity crisis. Who is our player? But even regardless, with these young players, what you got to understand, like when you see, like with Jordan Poole, you see him come off the bench or get subbed out the game, he look defeated. If I'm on that bench, I'm like, hey, bro, pick your head up, bro. Like, it's a part of the game. You see the greatest players come out the damn game. Why are you walking off like you do? Show me some fucking energy. So that's what you got to be cautious with these younger players. The moment they don't get something, they done. They done.
Yeah. You got to be good when you that smart. You got to be amazing. And
I'm going to be honest with you. Trae Young seems a bit toxic right now.
Wait. Did Anthony Edwards get drafted in Booker draft class?
Hell no.
No.
Ant went number 1 in who draft class? Was it the LaMelo draft class?
The Kuminga.
Kuminga went number 1 in the Kuminga. So that's the LaMelo draft class, ain't it?
Then
Melo went number 3 or 2 or 3. No, but the first ball went number 2.
Wiseman
Melo
went
number
2.
3. So Melo went number 3.
He had to because Wiseman went number 2.
So it was Anthony Edwards, Wiseman, LaMelo.
Yeah.
You taking Melo over
Anthony Edwards. It depends on what team I'm on.
Okay. Because I'm not saying Ant not a superstar. What I'm saying is he has moments where he plays superstar.
Yeah.
And he has moments where
he kind of got that Paul George thing going on.
Yeah, that's why I asked Trey, because Trey might be smaller, but Trey show up.
But Trey seemed toxic right now.
Yeah, he do.
So,
he seems,
that's the issue. Before this season, I'll probably go with Trey, but right now he seemed toxic. So what's up with this other interesting matchup, bro?
These Knicks and these Heat.
Is that interesting?
Yeah, because you don't know.
But you say that, you say that, like it's a but.
It is. You don't know what's going to happen with this. It's one of these. You got to show up every day and see what's going to happen. Like, it's one of those you can't even predict what's going to happen.
The crazy thing is the Knicks don't have anybody on their team you can say, whether it's in the paint or on the perimeter or open court, that dude's a lockdown defender. Nobody. But on the Bucks, I mean the Heat, they so limited in personnel. It's like
they only got one person that you can really say that.
Yeah, but offensively, it's like, is he able to do this? Because we'll see Jimmy do this, and then Jimmy will fade. He'll be a phantom. He'll fade, and then he'll potentially come back. So looking at that matchup, when you got Julius Randle, if he's able to come back, versus Bam Adebayo, that's nice. Then you got Jalen Brunson and Jimmy Butler, the JBs. That's nice.
Let's not forget what really changed the series in the Cleveland Cavaliers.
What?
Mitchell Robinson, he threw around 2 7-footers.
But that's what I'm getting at. So
he threw them around.
It's going to be them other pieces. I think RJ Barrett's going to step up in that series. I don't know.
Jared Allen had an 8-rebound game 1. I don't think he's seen 5 rebounds the rest of the series. He couldn't do nothing with Mitch.
I don't. Do y'all see anybody from the Heat? Can you identify anybody from the Heat? You like, yes, he gonna be the X factor, like consistently.
That's it. You got.
So that I think that's why that series is crazy
but you have those shooters. They have enough shooters with Gabe Vincent, Kyle Lowry, and then the two Max Strus and Duncan Robinson. They have enough shooters.
But they stopped playing Duncan.
But when they played him in like those other 2 games where he went off for 9. Yeah, like they do that. Max Strus game 1, he hit what? He hit boom, boom. You went crazy. He hit like 12 in the first quarter. Hit 4 threes in the first quarter. Then he disappeared. Then they just bring another shooter in to run with Jimmy. Then he disappeared. Then they just bring another. Then with Jimmy still doing what he's doing, so much focus is on Jimmy. Now Kevin Love can fade out to the 3. They only played Kevin Love 3 minutes in the first game.
Yeah.
They started him the rest of the series when Adebayo got abused on the rebounds in the game too. Right after that, no, bro, we got to do something to offset Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis, and Giannis coming back. They brought Kevin Love in. So Eric Spoelstra
is a good coach.
Listen, bro.
But it's tough because you asking a lot from them boys. The Knicks got depth on them and they got home court advantage. So.
The Knicks got the side, bro.
Compared
Mitchell
to
Robinson
the Heat.
is a dog, bro.
I want to see Jalen Brunson and Kyle Lowry go at it. Jalen Brunson is like the modern day pit bull, and Kyle Lowry's like the.
What we finna get from Kyle Lowry though? Like what did he got left in the tank? Because right now,
but imagine if you remember Kyle Lowry, he used to play that bully ball. He was a pit bull.
But what he got left?
I don't know. Because he was looking good earlier in that series versus the Bucks. When they couldn't get anything from those starters and they put Kyle Lowry in, he was looking good. And then he got hurt with the hammy.
Body around. He throw that body around when he going in.
Yeah. He wanted to do a lot in the sub 20 minutes he playing compared to Jalen Brunson's 35 minutes a game.
Look, those minutes are open. No Oladipo, no Tyler Hero. Max Strus can't be consistent. Gabe Vincent, who the hell is that? He got the opportunity to get them minutes.
got it. He better make them count because we know Brunson gonna show up. We
Yeah.
know that. So
Man, they just I don't know. I feel like it's favored for the Knicks to win. Because the Knicks, they have more personnel, they have more scoring, they have their guys. But bro, I ain't counting Jimmy out no more. Ever
you better
again.
learn your lesson.
That boy
I ain't
Teddy
counting
put out
Jimmy
an
out no
APB on
more.
your ass. He's like, where the hell is Quill?
But I also know
melon.
I feel like the Heat gotta be confident coming in. I like they're not stupid, but if we beat the Bucks,
They can't be overconfident though.
Nah, but if we handle the Bucks, we should be able to handle anything coming to us with these Knicks. Like we should be able to.
Jimmy Butler should feel overconfident. I just done this on Drew Holiday. They ain't got a Drew Holiday.
Nope.
They Obi Toppin. Look, they gonna throw some bodies at me. They got bodies to throw at me, cool. But Obi Toppin ain't Drew. Obi Toppin ain't Brooke Lopez, second in blocks all year. Obi Toppin ain't no Giannis. Obi Toppin ain't. They had defenders over at the Bucks, and I just walked through them like Swiss cheese.
Yep. They had defensive player of the year last year.
Bobby
second
Portis,
runner up, defensive player of the year.
I was going in the paint.
That's what I'm saying. He got that mentality.
Giannis, another defensive
and we
player of the
just
year.
beat these guys. We could go. We should be able to handle these Knicks.
Jimmy gotta feel confident. Like
you got a crippled Julius Randle, and then you got Brunson. And if I'm Jimmy Buckets, I'm like, whatever Brunson do, I can do better.
Yeah, like they got youth. They got, quickly going. They got youth. They got a lot of people that can run. But if I'm Jimmy, like I said, bro,
watch this. Jimmy go in there like, watch this.
Y'all can't play them all at the same time.
Did y'all see that game winning bucket, bro?
The game
I'm watching that thing live. I'm like, damn. Y'all ain't see that Jimmy bucket game winning bucket?
You want the game tying bucket?
No, the game winning bucket. Game 5. When they had Giannis guarding the ball. Dude threw it over, and Jimmy Buckets was falling, caught it as he falling, shot it, and I'm like,
oh no, that was a game time. They went to overtime after that. I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
they went to overtime after that.
Yeah, they went to overtime after that. He tied the game with that, bro. That's why when I seen that, I was like, bro, you don't say nothing about Jimmy. That's Himmy. That's Himmy Butler right there. That's him. He's him.
Oh yeah,
when
they
the playoffs
did. So I was confusing their game with the Celtics.
Player in the league, bro. I watched Giannis push the ball, damn near throw a ball out of bounds and turn the ball over so he wouldn't have to shoot free throws, bro. I ain't never, bro. I was like, bro. I was like, they might not say it, but then the announcers were like, I was like, okay, they seen what I seen. Yeah, they just seen what I seen. That he didn't want that ball. Chris Middleton had to run out of bounds and save it back in the game.
He was looking like, why the hell would you throw that to me?
I'm like, oh, he don't want the ball.
Strapped. I don't think he was ready to. I think he came back because he had to, and I think with that age, it's like, hey, you can't. That freakish injury you had, you ain't what 2-3 years younger no more. You done aged.
Jimmy Buckets. See, that's that guy. But we ain't got too much time.
That's why I kept saying I wanted him over Wiggins.
Let's talk about these Lakers real quick. Shoot through them. Y'all think the Lakers gonna wrap this series up tonight?
I mean, it's safe to call it right now. They up damn near 20, but we know this is a league where comebacks are inevitable. But I mean, heading into the game, I already felt like the Lakers was gonna do it. Dylan Brooks got back to talking, and that's the worst thing that you can do when you're on the Grizzlies to get to talking. When y'all shut the hell up, y'all good. Y'all shut the hell up after you got your ass whooped in LA. Y'all came back and beat the shit out of LA. I mean, after y'all lost in LA, y'all came back and beat the shit out of LA in the following game. You talked before the game, and you lost the game afterwards. Just learn to shut up. Learn to shut up. It's cool to be confident. I don't mind what Bane said. He was confident in what he was saying, but Dylan Brooks, you talk, you get beat. All of a sudden, you a phantom. Can't nobody find you for the post-game conference. Then you win, and now you can't get out of people's face. So I don't respect that, number one. And number two, your team need to learn to tell you shut the hell up because y'all getting your ass whooped right now in OG fashion.
They ain't got enough in it. Lakers going to beat them, and they going to see the winner of Game 7. What's that, tomorrow? Saturday, Sunday?
Sunday. Which we need to go ahead and talk about that. Go on and say these words. Go on and say the words because you don't have much to talk about nowadays. So go ahead and say it.
mm, mm, mm. I ain't got nothing to say because I ain't see the game. I turned the game on at the very end. See, I was down by 15 or whatever. I'm like, what
I'll go ahead
happened?
and say it then.
What
So the Warriors
happened?
get blown out in game 6. Now it's going to be a game 7 on Sunday in Sacramento where they love to light the beam. Should the Warriors be concerned going into game 7? What you got to say, Quill? Insider knowledge.
Being at the yes, we shouldn't be concerned because we won a game already in Sacramento. We've already won a game in this playoffs in Sacramento. Sacramento's the best home team. We're really a bad road team. We won a game that was pretty much we won that game. So we shouldn't be concerned because it's win or go home. We the Warriors, but I don't want us to rest on the fact that we the Warriors.
But that's what we did tonight.
Tonight it felt like we were in a cliche. We had game 7 with game 6.
Game 6 Clay,
come out and just shoot the fucking ball to live up to a game 6 Clay instead of doing what we've been doing to win these games.
Ain't do nothing else. 22 points and just 2 rebounds, nothing else.
Like you haven't been playing like that, firing all series. It seemed like you were trying to live up to this cliche thing instead of just hooping. So with that, I feel like we gotta hoop now, and we gonna win. So I'm cool.
So I say, like, it's not concerns, but a sense of urgency. Because number one, you got to understand, it's game 6, and we've been here before. However, not only the Kings are one of the best home teams, they're, I think, the best road team.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, that gives them a little bit of an umph when they know, like, I mean, we've been beating them through the season. They've lost games at home, and they just won 3 in a row. So it's about time for them to go ahead and lose a game. And if you look at this, the Warriors lost. We actually shot 35 free throws, but I guess this is why we don't get to the free throw line. Because the moment we shoot 35 free throws, we get 10 misses. That right there at one point, that was the difference in a game.
That's 3 from Steph too.
Exactly. Then you get Jordan Poole. He missed 2. Those 2 are the top free throw shooters. Like I say, with Jordan Poole, I would have Lamar Jackson. I would have waited until the season was open, and then we would have renegotiated something because his points per game went down. You're not getting that same postseason drive that you was getting from him. His free throw percentage went down. It's like in clutch games, you just out there just missing and missing. And when I watched that game, I didn't see energy from the Warriors. I didn't see a sense of urgency. I didn't even see a will to win. They were just out there. And then when they turn the ball over, Klay Thompson never runs back. Jordan Poole too busy crying because he's trying to flop for a call. Andrew Wiggins chased down, and I thought he blocked it, but he got a little bit of arm too, so he picks up the foul. So should we be concerned if y'all gonna play like this? Y'all just need to stay at home.
I would have rather started DiVincenzo over Poole and let Poole and Draymond come off the bench together because Poole.
Well, that Poole lineup was working, but now looking at it, it's like, where's Kuminga? You know, where was Jordan Poole? Where was the free throw? Not only did we lose that, we got beat by damn near 10 on the free throws. I mean, on the rebounds. And then they beat us by 7, a margin of 7 from the threes. So we was losing at everything that we need to win. We can win without the free throws, but the rebounds and the threes, yeah, we got to do better. So let's go ahead and wrap this up and get this amazing Warriors versus Lakers and reestablish that home court advantage going into game 1, round 2.
Monk showed up a little bit. Sabonis wasn't even there.
They had him foul out, some other dude, Davis foul out, and we could not capitalize. Hey, it looked ugly and it looked weak. So hopefully we got people to come out to play basketball and not just shoot it.
We'll see.
That'd be nice.
Ready? Hope you patch shit up with God, cause we gon' bless you. Let it burn, you gon' get it back. These just my confession. Stay in traffic, can't get picked off like no shit and duck. Keep one in the tuck. Wife be mad, but bet she still gon' fuck. Don't speak